Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next episode of Transport Fever 2 walkthrough with Bork17. How are we all doing today? So, we just finished the fourth one, or the fourth mission, so now we're moving on to mission 5. We're still in chapter 1. We can skip through that one, and we're in Trans-Siberian Railway. So, let's get going and listen to the guy talk.
It's
So
the
here we go.
dawning of the 20th century. Russia, at the turn of the century. Tsar Nicholas II rules with an iron fist. Anyone who dares to be thrilled by far too dangerous ideas is summarily sent to the endless vastness of Siberia. But many are here of their own free will. Arriving from the overpopulated East, they hope for a better life. The longest railway in the world is going to make it possible. People don't necessarily head for Siberia voluntarily. But once they're here, they soon learn to love the taiga intimately. Now, the longest railway in the world is supposed to be completed here. You head a key ministry within the Tsarist Empire. That's why the Tsar has entrusted you with this prestigious project. Greatness lies ahead. Soon it will be completed, the railway line that crosses the continent. But the most important leg is still missing. The section all around Lake Baikal, the golden clasp of the Russian belt of steel. The terrain along the lake shore is treacherous and requires meticulous preparation. Take the necessary measures so that construction can begin soon. First of all, feeder routes to the shores of Lake Baikal must be built so that supplies of materials always remain insured.
All right, before we begin, I just would like to remind everyone that I'm putting links, I'm putting timestamps to each mission in the description below, so you should have be able to jump to whichever mission you're looking for. All right. Okay, ensure that the steel production is collected and connect Irkutsk to Port Baikal and Ulan-Ude to Bakalsk. Okay. Alright, so we have to connect Port Baikal to Irkutsk. Pedestrian wise? And we have to connect Ulan-Ude all the way up to Bakalsk. So, sorry, I just have a little cough. We're gonna have to go through my Sakowskaha. Okay, well, let's first produce steel. So we have our steelworks here, copper, and coal mine. Okay, and we have to connect the cities via railways. Got it. So I'm just gonna do all railways here. How about that? I have plenty in my budget. So let's do a cargo station. Yeah, let's do this way. Okay, let's do 3 tracks. Yeah. We'll go 2 to start. Try and get a good angle on this. Yeah, like that. We'll connect it a little further back, probably. Okay. So there's one. And then we can just do something like using, Shift M and stuff like that. Make sure this gets connected. I'm a big fan of the side ones. You could do the terminal ones, but like that forces you to. Ooh, I can place it here. Cool. We'll go like that. Okay. So let's connect these up. I'm not gonna crisscross any of the lines. So essentially I should just be able to take this to there and likewise to this one. And then I only need the one connected. Okay. So then new line. Okay, I need to change this to 2 and change this one to 1. There we go. Okay. This will be called train coal to steel. And then do the new line from here to here. And that connects all the way through, yes. And then train iron to steel. Alright, now we just need, I'll put a depot behind here. Rail building depot. Rotate this around. I mean, that's far enough back. I can connect either track to it. Just like that. Okay, so now 5 vehicles. I'll just buy 2 vehicles. Okay. Do class T type 1. Class B. Let's see how much power we can get. Here. Why not? We'll do the class PV. Add that. Cargo. Gondola. It can hold 7. We'll get 10 trailers. And we'll buy 2 of them. Just like that. Send this one to the coal and then send this one to the iron. And if we hit play, you see them both here. And they're both heading out. And that one should go to the other line. Yep, okay. So let's make sure that's producing. That's got stuff waiting for it. Producing, stuff waiting for it. Cool. Okay, that one's done. I might end up doing the 2 route thing, but we'll find out. Let's see how full this one is. Oh, it almost filled up all the way. The next time with the double action, it should be fine. Alright, now over here. So we have the rail coming in here, so that's a cargo station. Cargo station. Well, I mean, they already laid track down, so just connect that. Alright, that one's done. And that has a rail on it. Okay, yeah, so we're making the Trans-Siberian, so we have to connect these 2 together to get around this lake. So I'm going to come through here. And I think I'm gonna buy something like this, because I feel like this is important, or this will become important. Otherwise I could run it right along there, but I feel like connecting my Sakaha together with these. So I'm just gonna do that, and if that's the wrong move, well, I'll find out. It will connect that, but we're gonna fix this part just so it's a little smoother. There we go. Oh, and I connected to the wrong side. Nope. There. That's the one I wanted to connect it to. Okay, this one's getting messed up. Let's destroy that in there. Well, that is not gonna turn out pretty. Mediocrely. Okay. That is the wrong street, though, I want to say. So I'm just gonna reconnect it like that. Cool. That works for me. Let's just finish this track off. I don't think I have to, but it might be worth it, because this is going to be a longer line, so I'll probably end up adding a crisscross or having two sets of rails. Yeah, see, this has a crisscross. All right. Let's come here. Let's just go straight out the best we can. And if anything, we'll crisscross back here or something. And then I'm just gonna pull this there and let it autofill, and 120. Cool, it maxes it out.
The golden clasp for the Russian belt of steel isn't called that for nothing. One day it will encircle Lake Baikal like a piece of jewelry. The construction calls for extraordinary skill, and the whole thing costs a huge pile of money. Get started on creating the first stage of the line, which will go down in history as a masterpiece in the art of engineering. Good planning is essential. The surveying work shows that two possible routes suggest themselves for the line. You have the final say.
Okay. So I'm gonna save this, and I'm gonna do orc. I'm not sure how much this is gonna affect it, but my goal is to play through both scenarios to help you in case something else. I might, if it's short, I'll put it right next to each other. If it's a long, I'll just make this a two-part video or just attach it on the end wherever the fort comes back together. Okay? So for this one, I'm gonna say the long construction time, but apparently for the last mission I just had to connect the two together, and yeah, we can't build in here yet, as you can see by the red lines. So, longer construction time, lower material cost.
Well, that's the way it should be. All that has to be done now is to have everything brought to the construction site.
Okay. So first, construction site with steel. Let's click on it. It comes here. Excellent. So that should be easy. This just collects the steel, and we already have a rail coming this way. So let's click on our station here, configure. We can add a third track to the side. And then it should just be as simple as connecting this track with a little bridge. Do we want to block off? I'd rather not block off the water. So we'll just take a, I mean, it's going to drop some speed, but it's short line anyways. And lastly, we're going to connect this into one of these and create the line. Call this the mode, the train, steel 1 construction. And then buy a vehicle, we'll do we'll do 70 again. Locomotive, let's do the same one. Send this there. All right, while we're doing that, we have our first bonus mission.
The Irkutsk Association of Sable Breeders asks for help. You're supposed to advertise the association's next meeting by announcing it loudly all over town.
All right, before we do that, let's check this. It produced 9. So this might be overkill because it's 2 of each of those to 1 steel. So that means I'll produce at max 35 if it has a full stock of both of them. So might tune the 2 trains there. I can shrink this down, but I'm just gonna leave it for now. So accept.
Take a walk through town and advertise for the worthy cause of sable breeding.
Okay, so it will be this city. So let's make a bus route. I love bus routes. So let's put one there.
Excellent. The first leg has been completed. Tsar Nicholas is extremely pleased. But the terrain is treacherous. A muddy quagmire in the summer, frozen solid in winter. Thanks to stable steel structures, the tracks are luckily going to stay right where they are. Nothing happens without materials. Now make sure that they are ready and waiting by the time the next leg is to be completed.
Okay, so I supplied the construction site with enough steel. So that's what that's talking about. But let's finish this this bus route before we get onto that. So let's just do bus.
A group of hunting tourists from Europe is eager to shoot a bear.
Shh. Okay. I want to edit. So just bus and then works. We can pause that for now. Okay, and then we need actually a road depot. We'll just connect it on this side. All right, and let's do buy vehicles, passenger vehicles. And we'll buy 3 of them. And we're actually the 3rd vehicle. Look at this beautiful town. And once like more passengers get on like the tram and stuff, like it'll space out. So that's not that big of a deal.
What a disgrace. In reality, the Association of Sable Breeders turned out to be a group of subversive subjects who are conspiring to overthrow the Tsar. You must prevent the meetings at all costs.
Oh. Well. Oops. Okay, so we helped them and now we're trying to hurt them. Okay, so now we have to find the meeting point for the conspiracy. Okay. So let's look at land use, because that just splits them up to the 3 different kinds. And we have to find the 3 rendezvous points. So let's look for, I believe, like anything of use for the city will be colored. But like there's this weird house here. Home of the Sable Breeder Club 1. Ooh, that was one of them. Okay. So let's find another one. Ooh. There's number 2. Now, is there a 3rd one in here? We need to look for a building that's not colored. Ooh, no. They can hide. That's just a stone. Maybe the industrial area? Aha.
What a relief. The subversive forces have been arrested. The danger is averted, the monarchy saved.
Oh, yes, we did it. Okay. Let's move on to bear hunt, because if you don't do bonus missions right away, sometimes you end the game before they're all done. So, a group of let's listen to this.
A group of hunting tourists from Europe is eager to shoot a bear. As luck would have it, construction work has driven off most of the bears. But as for the women, they are relatives of the Tsarina herself, so a bear is an absolute must. The circus currently performing in Irkutsk has a tired old circus bear. Maybe things could work out in the end.
That's kind of gruesome.
The circus wants to move on as early as tomorrow. But if a big enough audience can be organized, it might stay for an extra performance.
To bring people to the circus. I'm assuming this is the circus. So let's do a let's do one of these things. Street. Make sure it's connected. And we'll just put a full-size bus stop here. Why not? Okay, connected to the circus. Now, I guess that works. Just stone concrete there. Okay. So now what we could do is just make a new line. Go from Kingsway and back and forth. New line to there. And we'll do bus. Irkutsk to circus. Okay. Buy a vehicle. Let's do just one. Doesn't say we have to bring a certain number there. We'll just bring people there. All right. Let's do
Nothing
this one.
happens without materials. Now make sure that they are ready and waiting by the time the next leg is to be completed.
Oh, okay. Supplying the second construction site with stone. So construction site 2. Ah, yes. That is why I went in here. So yeah, when I did it the last time, I kind of ran it through here. Didn't work out. So now we have to grab stone from the quarry and bring it to Bakeless cargo station so it can get dropped off at construction site 2. Let's make our line real quick. So we'll go from there to there. Oh yeah, that's just got 2. That's just got the 1 lane. Okay. And we'll do train stone to second construction. All right. And we don't actually have a depot over here, so we can fix that real quick. Get the good old train depot. Plop her down there. And let's buy a vehicle. Let's do the Russian class B. Cargo. A gondola. Oh, this one holds 12. We'll do 60. And we'll tell this one stone to construction site 2. And let's hit play. So you have to deliver 40 stone. So if we look at this, shipment 200. And this is collecting some stone as we speak. So that'll be a couple trips because I'm gonna stop. Yeah, 19. We have to deliver 40. So the next trip, that should be good. What about the circus people? Click this. Oh, we can see by clicking on the station, you can see which line the people are headed to go to. This works for all stations too. Like if I click this one, if there's any materials that are being transferred, it shows along which line that the people are heading.
The ringmaster is willing to hand over the tired bear to you for a supply of logs. He can use them to replace the rotten poles for the big top.
Ah. So we have to supply logs to the circus. Where are logs? Here. That should be easy enough to do. I'd rather not bring the logs through the town. We could, but I'd prefer not to. Just because who wants logs? Oh, let's get a little curved action in there. No one wants. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that. No matter where I put it, it's gonna mess with it. Oh well. I'll just bring it along here. Sure, why not? And then we'll just do truck station. And let's do a little configuration here. Let's make it a little bit bigger and add its street axis there. And I'll show you why. Okay, so let's come over here and we can modify this one because we don't need people on both sides. So we can add people once it's a dual purpose station now. So let's make a line. We'll start at the log place and end at the circus. And we'll go truck, logs to circus. Oh, I want the back open. And if we look through here, we can take this and tell it to use either 1 or 2. So my hope was it was going to come in either side, but I could just do like oh wait, what am I doing? Street access. Oh, oops. Yeah, let's just put that back. So now if we click that, you see that's highlighted in white. That means it works. And we just have to go over here. Buy 2 cargo. Okay, we only have to supply 10. Yeah, let's get 3. Why not? And that should be supplying that. So let's hit play. And they're going to have to come down. But I don't want them to be constantly driving through the city and creating a lot of traffic. That actually ends up like congesting your city quite a bit. But initially they're going to drive through and then they're just going to come right along the outside. And then while that's happening, we can check this one out. We got 60 as 60, so it's going to finish it as soon as it connects or reaches its destination. And likewise, these guys are going over there. Okay, it's working up. It was stored, but now it's processing. Okay.
The geopolitical situation is coming to a head. Trouble is brewing on the eastern borders of the Empire. Time is short. See to it that the route is completed in good time, so that the necessary logistics infrastructure is ready if worst comes to worst. The Tsar cannot be disappointed under any circumstances. In other words, get going. Hurry up. Get everything that's needed here quickly so that the railroad is completed on time.
Okay. I'm moving. Okay. So yeah, these are carrying technically 11. So 6, 3, that's 9, 10, 11. This isn't producing any. Oh no, it is. Okay. Just a little slow. But that'll finish in a nick of time. 3rd construction site. Oh, so now we have to finish
Material
that
is constantly disappearing from the construction sites. And just what might be the cause? There are rumors that a mysterious creature is prowling around the taiga. A well-known shaman supposedly knows what to do.
Okay.
The shaman can be found on a mountain in the southeast.
Let's find the shaman.
The shaman has spoken. There's no doubt that the mysterious monster of the taiga is responsible. The only way it can be appeased is with offerings of precious jewels. The gemstones are supposed to be found on the steepest slope to the southwest.
All right. Real quick.
The
Escape
hunters
bear.
have departed empty-handed. The bear disappeared. Word has it that it frightened a postman and stole his bicycle. Then the bear rode off with its tongue sticking out.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Dig up gemstones. It's supposed to be the steepest slope to the southwest. So I'm assuming this is the southwest, because that would be north. That's how we load it in. I always forget where you can find which way's north on this game. But it looks like this is the steepest slope, so let's go to train. And go down. Let's just do a lot of digging. Yeah, so he was here. So that's why I figured southwest is over there. Maybe over here. Unless I'm not digging deep enough. Oh, this looks pretty steep. So before I run out of money, let's supply the third construction site, which is up here. So I can't build anything there. But what I can do is I have this track already coming through to this one. So I can tell, I can take this line and I can change it. And I can add the third station in there and change this to 3. And I'm going to actually do the steel and stone. And then I'm going to take the train and modify it manage vehicle. Edit to select a vehicle. I'm going to delete 4 of those, and I'm going to instead supply it with some gondolas for the stone. I'm going to do 4 of each. So now it's half and half. So the plan is it's going to grab steel from here, stop here, grab steel from coal, or grab stone, and then go forward and deliver it all. And I'm gonna, the way I'm gonna get the stone there is I'm just gonna use the harbors here. And I'm just gonna say stone transfer, because that's pretty simple. And then I'm gonna buy a vehicle, which will be the Wilhelm. I'll buy just one. And I'll send this on this line. So what's gonna happen is the stone's gonna pick up from the quarry, drop off where the construction site was, but instead of delivering the construction site, it's gonna move over to the harbor. The harbor is gonna put on the boat, bring it over here, and then when the train comes through with the steel, it's gonna stop here, grab the stone's gonna go from this harbor to the train station. It's gonna grab that and then keep moving and bring it to construction site 3. While it's doing that, I'm gonna try to dig up the gemstones. Let's head this way. So wait, no. I started here. Was this the camera way, or was this? I think this was the camera way. Okay. It was southwest. So south and then west. Oh, it's letting me dig here. Okay. Oh, right there.
What wonderful rare specimens. They radiate an extremely unusual energy.
So bring it to the shaman.
The shaman was kind enough to hand over the gems to the tiger monster. He said it would be too dangerous for anyone else. Sure enough, the thing seems to be appeased. At any rate, no more material is vanishing into thin air.
All right. Excellent. So now, let's look at the boat. It doesn't have anything, but the harbor has stuff now. What are we still missing? We haven't delivered anything yet. I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna tell the line. There's something you can do. You can tell it when it's a full load. We'll do 5 minutes. It shouldn't take that long for the boat to get back and forth. Otherwise, like it would just come here, stop for a second, load if it can, and then move on. This way, you make it because this is kind of a long track. This way, you're making sure stuff goes all the way over there. All right, I'm gonna take these. I want to change these. So these are the tiny gondolas. As you can see, 7 for 10 of these, I want to say. So this is 12. 8, 9, 10. And let's do train 1 and do the same thing. Not that I need to, it'll give me some more passive money while I'm doing this. See, now that is 60. Oh, that only is 28. Oh well, it's gonna take 2 trips. But it can only hold 48, so in the time it'll take to go all the way up there, back, this will make another trip. Okay, it filled it up and it's good to go. So let's speed up time while this thing moves on its way. Alright, now welcome back. We're just dropping off the second shipment, and I upgraded the train to hold more.
It's done. The railroad project that has just been completed has safeguarded Russia's influence in Eastern Asia. Japan takes a very dim view of it. It has declared war on the Tsarist Empire and promptly attacked. The point now is to act as fast as possible. Good planning is essential. The surveying work shows that 2 possible routes suggest themselves for the line. You have the final say.
Alright, so we are doing route with the shorter construction time but with higher material costs. So let's do it.
Well, that's the way it should be. All that has to be done now is to have everything brought to the construction site.
Alright, first construction site. So we need to make a track to steel. Oh, we have to do this first. Getting ahead of myself. So let's configure and let's add a track to this. Now let's add a couple rails, one on the back end here. Connect that there, and let's bring this over here. Connect that. Alright. First construction site with steel, so let's buy a vehicle. Russian class, OB. Buy that. Make sure it holds at least 60 something. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make it nice even 10. Buy that. And I have to make a new line. Steel 2. What am I doing? Oh. Steel the first. Alright, take this one and steal the first. There we go. So now this should be producing steel now. Alright, I'm curious to see what's going to be different here.
Excellent. The first leg has been completed. Tsar Nicholas is extremely pleased. But the terrain is treacherous. A muddy quagmire in the summer, frozen solid in winter. Thanks to stable steel structures, the tracks are luckily going to stay right where they are. Nothing happens without materials. Now make sure that they are ready and waiting by the time the next leg is to be completed.
Oh, so while that's working... Okay, I can do the second one over here now. So it might be better to... Oh, okay. So let's just do this. And make a new line. Train. Stone to second. Oh. So higher construction costs, but because you get to do them at the same time. Okay, so let's do... I need 60. Stone a second. There we go. Is that producing stuff? It is. Okay, cool. So this should just take one trip. And is this full? No, it's not full, but it's gonna finish. So I guess the last one is like I could have taken this train, sold it, taken this, moved it over here, took this train, sold it, because you do one at a time. When on this, or doing it the shorter with higher construction costs, you do it all at once. So far. Alright, now we just gotta wait for the consumption to go up to 60. It's just when you do it the first way, you don't have, like, I didn't have to do 60 of each. I think I only had to do like 40.
The geopolitical situation is coming to a head. Hurry up! Get everything that's needed here quickly so that the railroad is completed on time.
Okay, so that did this section. It's not full yet. So I'm gonna buy one vehicle. I'll buy 2. Why not? And I'll make a line. And I'll just call it boat stone transfer. Why not? Okay. And then I'll take both these ships, put it on there. And I also have to make a new line. Like with some steel. Steel to cargo to this, and I'll call this train 3rd. I'll just call it 3rd. Alright. And then I'll say get a full load, and then drop it off. And then I'll take this train. I'll put it on this new line. And then I will manage and modify it. So I need 60 of each.
Material is constantly disappearing.
No, I already did those in the walkthrough. Okay, so I can do cargo, and I can just... Oh wait, wrong one. No, I want to do the bigger one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 60. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and modify. So now this is half steel and half stone. And this is also supplying 60, correct? Alright, hit play. Okay, so now that everything's connected, yeah, now it's producing stone. So you can go back to that one. And so this is going to stop here. It's going to grab wait like I think 3 minutes for it to fill up with 60. Which is only because it's waiting for the copper or the steel to be produced. Which it doesn't quite have enough there. It's making some, and another shipment of iron is coming in, so it might have a chance there. But what that does, it allows the ships to go back and forth. We'll do any full load. Because this has 2 compartments, so if one of them fills up, it'll move on. But yeah, so in the time this is taking to fill up, it's at 60. The boats should be able to go back and forth and deliver the stone that's being delivered right now. 84. It's overloaded, so okay, it just dropped a little. But this says 70. So now this is here, and the boat is almost across the water. And once it gets across the water, the stone should go immediately onto the new train. Just like that. And there we go, we have 1660. Doing it in one load this time. Alright, we're just getting to the end, and we can see here that all of it got dropped off, and it's being consumed right now. Oh, I didn't notice that before. You can actually, when it gets consumed, you can see the the rail line actually grow. Essentially, that's what you're doing. You're supplying it with the materials, or transporting the materials so it can grow. It's because the munitions can't go on the boat.
It's done. The railroad project that has just been completed has safeguarded Russia's influence in Eastern Asia.
All right, that's where it meets back up. So it's just that small little bit. So thanks. I'm gonna probably stick this in the middle. Note to self. So yeah, that's the way that it would be done if you did it on the fast one with the high construction cost.
Ensure that the supplies of materiel for waging war get to the Eastern Front.
Okay, so transport munitions. Yeah, so I, as you might have saw, I was using the smaller side stakes, which is why 9F got brought the first route, so I just upgraded for the second route. I mean, it's just gonna do passive income. But here we go. Transport munitions from the warehouse in Irkutsk to the warehouse in Ulan-Ude. Okay, so here's the munition supply store or whatever. And that's the wrong one. And here's there's the store and here's the supply. So it's connected via train already. What we just did is we connected this train, or it allowed this train to be used. So now something can connect from Irkutsk all the way down, which is the whole point of this. So what I'm gonna do is take I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna make a new line. You go from you to you. So train munitions supply. And I have to deliver 150. So I have two options here. Which I might do is just take this track and just connect it in there. So now that can get around. No problem. Yep, okay. And I'll buy a new train over on this side. We go steam. Let's do the highest power. Russian class OB. Add this. Cargo. Boxcar. It can hold 12 and I need 150. 156. Perfect. Let's buy one. And add it to the munition supply. Okay, let's pause. Wait, no. Where is the train? Alright, let's pin that there so it doesn't disappear. Waiting for free path. Oh. Let's just do something like that. And let's do something like that to start. And just so we can do something like this. And do signals. So just so people don't get blocked off. Yeah, I think that should be fine, right? Oh, I do have to add a few more signals. So we can add one there, one that direction. Let's add a couple around here so we can, because it'll only go up to the next signal. Not make the one ways. All right, now it's pulling forward. Can I configure this to add another set of tracks? Nope. That one's locked. Okay. So what might happen is it might pull up to here once this train. Oh. I'm gonna send you back to, oh, I sold it. Oh well. I was gonna send it back to the depot because it's not like if I check out the stone train over here. It's not carrying anything. So, sent to the depot. So, honestly, they're just wasting money at this point. They're still making steel. Actually, I'm gonna modify this one. Because it has a longer drive. So, I mean, if you look at the steelworks, it has so much extra coal. Oh, that worked out really well. Where was that? Oh, no. That was down. Let's take a look at the munitions. I bought a big enough train, so I only need one shipment. And actually, I can send you to the depot since you're not doing anything anymore. They end up costing less if they're not moving. The maintenance cost on them like goes to almost nothing. Oh, I'm gonna pause real quick, and I want to make sure I do all. Make sure it fills up all the way, because I'm not sure how much. Oh, the cargo station can hold more than more than the train can hold. Oh, that could make it more. I wasn't sure if the station was actually able to produce it fast enough. Oh, this one's chooching. It's struggling a little bit. Alright, so let's speed up time, and I'll bring you back once it's about to be delivered. Alright, I'm bringing you guys back in here as we are docking. And we delivered 150 something. And so this is just gonna, as you can see, it's how the industries work. Like, you deposit everything, and then it takes time to process it through. That's why, like, you brought everything, it doesn't check off right away. It like for steel, once it has enough to make both of them, and then it starts chooching it down. So your production value is based off of having your stored value having a constant number in it, or like constantly getting stuff dropped off. And that's mainly for like level up stuff and that. I don't know if the one mod is always active that gives more points to this, but I do have a mod when I play free play. And let me know if you want to see a free play series from me. But I do have a mod that allows more levels of industries. It allows you to build bigger or grow industries larger, so you don't need as many of them necessarily. And there we go.
Despite your active commitment, the war has sadly been lost. And There were times when the good Tsar was more popular too. But at least the Russian Empire is still left with the most impressive railroad line in the world.
All right, and that did it for us. We have finished the mission, and we got all 3 of the bonus missions, the stable breeders, the stones and shamans with the gems, and the bear hunt. So yeah, that did it, everyone. That's the completed of this mission. It was pretty simple, actually. Just you had to wait every so often for stuff to deliver. If you enjoy my content, drop a like, and if you want to keep following, hit subscribe, and I hope you all have a good one. See ya.